Good afternoon, boys. Now, thank you. I think generally you may first raise some questions about the MH70 stuff up. Senator Johnson.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Dolan, MH370, could you just
speak up, John?
Sorry?
Speak up.
Oh, sorry. Could you just very briefly, Mr. Dolan, tell us what we're doing as of right now?
At the moment, we have 2 vessels with deep tow equipment out in the Indian Ocean or en route to continue the search of the surface in the defined area for the missing aircraft.
That's pursuant to a contract which is worth how much?
Mr. Foley, do we have an estimate of contract value?
Yes, we do. Peter Foley, Program Director, Operational Search for MH370. The contract value varies depending on a sliding scale within the contract. We initially started with a contract for 30,000 square kilometres, and in 3 successive moves we've upped the number of square kilometres that we've asked Fugro to search.
To 90?
We're currently at 80,000 square kilometres.
So 10,000 square kilometres to go.
We've done 70 at this point. So what we've got on AusTender, where we report periodically when we change the value of the contract, is $90 million.
Okay. So value of the contract all up that we've spent so far on the search?
$97 million as of end of September.
And what's the term of the contract and how is it terminated?
The term of the contract is 2 years from the date at which it started, and it is terminated at our request, effectively, which is obviously triggered when we find the aircraft.
So 2 years or any time thereafter on reasonable notice, I take it, is roughly the...
No, 2 years is a fixed term of the contract.
Yep.
We extend the contract in terms of square kilometres periodically to, if you like, preempt what we think we're going to need to search in the coming months.
But after 2 years we finish?
After 2 years we finish.
And you estimate the total value of that contract after 2 years will be?
Depends on how much we search, Senator. I think...
Estimate, rough estimate?
It's a hard one because we don't know what our bottom line is in terms of funding as yet, because it's reliant not just on Australian government but the Malaysian government as well. So in essence, the value of the contract varies depending on how much funding is provided by the government.
So do you have an open chequebook?
Not at all, Senator. We have been given $60 million.
Sounds like you have.
We've been given $60 million by the Australian government. At the start of the search, we have not spent that money yet. Other monies which have been contributed by Malaysia, we are using in